California Great America Amusement Park is shutting down. The current owner, Cedar Fair, sold the 112-acre site for $310 million to Prologis, a real estate developer. The park will continue to operate for the next 6 to 11 years. I'm sad that Great America will be shutting down, since it was a part of my childhood and young adulthood. I'm also excited by what this prime piece of Silicon Valley real estate will become in the future. If you want to support my channel, check out the new merch store on cdreimer.myspud.com. Marriott Hotels opened Great America on a former orchard in Santa Clara, California in 1976. That was the same year as Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs formed Apple Computers and sold the Apple I computer as a kit. The park's mascots were Warner Bros. Characters like Bugs Bunny and Yosemite Sam. This was my favorite version of the park. My first visit was a 3rd or 4th grade field trip after the park opened in 1976. We went on all the kiddie rides because we were too young to go on the roller coasters. My second visit was an 8th grade field trip in 1984. The only way to see an IMAX movie back then was at the Pictorium, a movie theater with 1,000 seats and a 10-story silver screen. The short IMAX movie I saw was the 1983 Space Challenger nighttime launch. Once the engine lit, the building rumbled as the space shuttle launched into space. Marriott sold the land underneath the park to Santa Clara County for $94 million in 1985. Paramount Parks operated Great America from 1992 to 2006. The park's mascots were Hanna-Barbera characters like Scooby-Doo and Yogi Bear. Nickelodeon and Star Trek were featured throughout the park. I was hanging out at the San Jose State University Student Union when a pair of Klingons showed up outside. They were 7 feet tall, in full makeup and uniform, and had 6-inch tall platform boots. One of them picked up the woman who was handing out flyers in his arms and sang a Klingon love song. HIchop, It was that bad. My last visit to Great America was a summer company picnic in 2004. I went to the action theater that played a short science fiction movie. The theater had seats that tilted in any direction in response to the movie. That was a wild movie watching experience. Viacom, which owned Paramount Parks, sold that unit to Cedar Fair for $1.6 billion in 2006. Cedar Fair operated the park from 2006 to now. They renamed the park to California Great America. The park mascots are peanut characters like Charlie Brown and Snoopy. I haven't been to this version of the park. This was a go-to spot when I was a kid and a young adult. No company I worked for in the last 18 years had had a company picnic at the park. With the park closing in the next 11 years, I'll make a farewell visit soon. Santa Clara County sold the land underneath the park to Cedar Fair for $150 million in 2019. Cedar Fair, in turn, sold the land underneath the park to Prologis for $310 million this year. That's a 106% return on investment in only 3 years. A better return than the 63% return that the county made after 34 years. If you watch my Fry's electronic videos, Prologis is a familiar name. If you haven't seen those videos, a link to the playlist is in the card above or the description below. Prologis expressed an interest, but didn't follow up with proposals for the North San Jose headquarters. Bay West Development is redeveloping that location into a 6-building campus. The lease back to Cedar Fair is good for 6 years with an option to renew for another 5 years. Prologis can close the park sooner by providing a 2-year notification at any time. The park could close in 2, 6, or 11 years from now. Will the park close sooner or later? More likely later. The Google Village on 80 acres in downtown San Jose will be the biggest redevelopment for the next 10 years. 7.3 million square feet of office space, 4,000 residential units, 500,000 square feet of retail space, 300 hotel rooms, 15 acres of open space. Great America is 112 acres and would be 30% bigger than the Google Village. Prologis can wait 6 to 11 years to break ground for construction. It's going to take that long for architectural designs, environmental studies, and permits to get done. I do hope that Prologis will keep the carousel and the fountain as a centerpiece for a public park, while the amusement park will be shutting down. Great America Park doesn't have to. That's it for today's show. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching.